Shouldn't you be getting some rest, Sid?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid.
And? Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me that was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my But I'm helping I've...
Dean, all right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I...
For me? What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment. There's the designs for the stuff I need. And the other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter.
Is that everything?
For now.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn. Ready, go? Yeah! Come on. Faster! Thanks, girl. Thought you'd take us unawares, did you? Run like the wind. Be safe. It's us or them. go. You deserve a rest. This one. There's a good boy. I failed. Let's go. Faster! Be safe. Well done, Tom. Too slow. bastard.
Jill looked white as a sheet when
Was wondering where Maid's back from.
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop. Here's the list. Think you can...
This lot.
Excellent.
It's paid. And if it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes.
Thank you, Karen.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Blackthorn.
Was it a...
I have a commission she requires. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. I'll see what...
My thanks. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to do.
Should be enough. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom. And she needs so natural.
Well, I'd love, but I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but... It don't have to be me, though, you know, the one over at Martha's.
That's right. I'll ask Martha if she can...
Ah, Clive.
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
Far as I know.
I'll look for him there, then. Ready, go? You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I.
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts.
It's the least I can. This shouldn't take long. Nice try. That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you.
How long is it since the village...
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
All right, Clive?
I am. I've placed you...
That's brilliant.
Is there...
Nope. Blackthorn and...
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering?
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bear. They were moving in for their assault. A curse breaker managed to release us. They should be back by now, but I've heard... I can't...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them? Before they go out, I always remind them why would... But I never really thought how my words might...
I'll go and find them.
Thank you. So the plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the...
That should be enough to go on.
Ah, Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering.
Of course. Take a...
I'll do my... Oh, Gav was looking for...
The shell. Oh, that's right. He must have found... You have the look of a man with the twins upon his...
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time. I don't think... I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. Is it really...
You don't need me to answer that. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. And we must lift that burden in order to... undetected. The operation may be dangerous.
I know, but griping about...
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing, something I can't do with the
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. Oh, enough to find. If, unfortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Slavers don't even bother.
Yeah!
Straight home now.
My feet. I'll tear those bastard heads off.
Stay still, you damned...
Cole,
Just about. Said, if you don't...
Doris sent me to find you.
I sent a runner to the dame in Northreach.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. I want to help them, Sid.
You made the right decision.
The goblins make...
You have duties to attend to.
All right. And please...
I won't.
Thank you.
Don't thank... Good girl. They're trying to get into the carriage. friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made...
Why should we run?
Perhaps. Freedom, safety.
Sid.
This man risked his life to save yours.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid.
Thank you.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I just... Or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got...
No. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering I should have urged greater...
We swore the same...
It's good to see you safe.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joined...
We all know how much bravery that...
Cole, I never doubted. Thank you. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker.
You will.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? All done?
How are you doing? Quick look. Seen enough?
I hope you didn't have too much Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
What's everyone whispering about?
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Could last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Is it business or pleasure? Coin purse weighing you down? I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Finished, are you?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask, where did you get him? Like, in...
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and...
What do you reckon, Tom?
It certainly adds, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as his name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frost Wolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe a girl from the Northern Territories, one, awakens as the dominant of
You're saying that Jill granted...
What?
Just like that. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal...
Quite. Though his latent birthright, it had only...
Oh, get you...
And regarding your original why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found it...
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard, I need you to introduce us so...
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you, but I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work this thing, just you wait.
Then I look for... Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
I wish Miss...
think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circle. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers. If only we knew for certain.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What?
Word.
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne.
You have nothing to worry about.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here! The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded.
So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The Litlands have been up to their
It's
old
just one
tricks.
thing after another around here.
Well, fuck me.
Ah, through the good offices of young Sir... As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell them, which is why I came. To learn...
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame.
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added.
2,000?
And I'm afraid...
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde...
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest...
What do you think, Vip?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet, come here and... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Mid's finished outfitting her little...
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal. You have any trouble on the way, you are.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only we've heard nothing from her since he died. But...
Thanks.
So, what about...
Don't look so worried.
Thanks for...
Gav, Otto.
You can count on.
All right, Uncle.
We shall. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia. Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, falling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead Skim. I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Or maybe brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
It's over! You...
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is it.
And that's exactly what...
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bear.
Anything I can... Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the old... We're seeking to expand our business in the region.
Well, we're best known for our baths.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Well...
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're
Handsome. Your arms are like iron.
1,000 gil for a
Hanging.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will be punished with arrest. And as a trader expected to make a living if they...
Fucking men of the wrong.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. A woman...
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smith. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's got...
The Briar's Kiss, you say?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Can I help you?
Yes, a long-standing pillar of...
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people. Like, try the baths. That's where you...
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows. Excuse me. Are you
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
And what?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
So you're the ones who've been...
I beg you...
Don't play it. Stick your nose in our...
Who are you working for?
He wanted us... Though one could...
Lord Ferd?
Look what the... Your skill with the blade is rare. A fitting talent.
You know who I... So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That our work is take him to meet his precious Rosina.
To the Lock of Leisure, then. To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabric!
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss. Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, whoever this Lubor truly is.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine.
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this.
We might as well hear him out. It's only assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man... Oh, but enough of the pleasant. I want you to put an end to the trouble. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
What trouble?
If you... Manners, Greybeard.
What did...
My apologies. Follow the crystal. Oh, but that was 3.
Ha! It will be easy. Let us divide our forces, Clive.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble?
You've heard?
I've heard...
Damn, pilfering the crystals that will make us common folk have hardly... And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what.
Just a question. Dalamil...
Well, we're stuck. The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need it. The men of the rock throw their money about.
Is that so?
A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Light meat and dark, fresh grill, get it while it's hot.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve
you...
Don't be stupid. I didn't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge. No, just leave.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabrics!
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. What do you want?
I'm looking for...
The gentleman who is...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands.
One of the many treasures in my collection.
All right, but not what I eat. Care to explain where you're...
Bait, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the... I had no luck, of course, but my uncharacteristic. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal...
So the...
I thought they'd ask for more. A small price to pay for admittance. But enough about my little act.
That the supply of crystals has dried up. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere.
I'll wager you're...
We'll meet with them then. Just as you arranged. And put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy. Far from prying eyes.
The place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about? For?
It would make a fine gift for you.
Ready, go?
Faster!
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you were...
All the silver and stone...
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon.
Of course.
Not bad. But what of security? If I were to be stopped...
Because these crystals are no longer the prop you're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction. That we have ships, and will gladly...
Royally?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. And being such good friends. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed...
Did you get all that?
My lord, what is the meaning?
Double-crossing dogs. Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed up! Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often...
Such a shame you didn't have...
How long have you...
Long enough to witness your uncle. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of... Well...
Indeed, the people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. Well, Clive. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of those left behind have been encouraged to...
Thank you. And please allow... you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust. I saw you pluck...
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard.
No, thank you.
Of all the...
Here. Any friend of mine who sees you with it...
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send... Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is...
Omia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master.
I wouldn't put it...
Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm Sava, Master Luber's soon-to-be former apprentice if I don't pass. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the... I don't suppose you have any...
I'm afraid.
Never mind.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. And the... So...
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Luke. We need information.
All right. I'll talk. Or let's hope.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
My carpets have bridal plates.
Welcome, sir.
A question, if you don't. I need to know what makes a...
You a blacksmith?
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my...
So a knife that sticks...
Plates and pots!
The baths are, closed for scrubbing.
All those years of toil. The baths are on second thought. No doubt that my work... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my... I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave these my...
Sweet, it said.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We can make our way back to the Fang now.
If you can't even fill my cup,
1,000 gil for a means.
I'll be asking for you again.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Yes, they're quite sort of. Lord Kupka has several similar pieces in
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be...
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
Clive. Don't be a stranger.
So, you learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that too heavy and...
So we're no better off than when... Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied and... No.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. Trouble is, it's meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice is no better than a merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Lubor. I bet she'd...
Faster!
Be safe.
Yes. I expect that's what...
Any luck?
What I asked her...
If you're looking to make a knife that will they're just not that. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation. But adamantite ore is...
And it's...
Unique to... Are there any materials unique to Dalamil?
What are you getting?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife.
If it's cheap metal you're using. Folk first settled Dalamil to get hand. If you know the trick...
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know...
It's hardly my speciality.
Looks like I've got some... Clive,
Limestone. Besides...
You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the town.
Then I...
Right, you... So...
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The rock were carting off our crystals from the...
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from
We should get going.
What do you want?
Do you have water?
Directions?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to... Where is it that you're...
To Drake's Fang.
Then allow me to... Drake's Fang is current Almeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work, but no nation has ever before allowed a foreign... army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines with a gun. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Come on.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on.
What the hell are those things?
By the flames. That explains the heat. Out of the frying pan. Nice try. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's...
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant now. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the...
It's a fine look.
That sounds like my cue.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a... First things first, Sava, do you... What? It's sharp, and it's heavy. Heavier than it You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but it looks like someone paid if the limestone was a step in the right direction.
And I was so...
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick. Next question. How much do you think I would charge?
Well, if I would say...
And... the butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble... Rule number 1 in any business.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... I'd say you're worth keeping around. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of...
I will. What would you...
I'd do what I always... If it was for the butcher, I'd... For the hunter, I'd make it as tough... For the cook, light as a... And for the nobleman...
There goes a master.
It looks like congratulations.
I couldn't have done it with so much for the The spirit of Dalimil had meaning.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do...
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. Kneaded to a silken softness.
Plates and pots!
There he is.
Bowls and basins!
I was hoping we'd be... The baths grow more bearable by the moment.
I'm glad to.
Now, tell me this.
Not what I expect.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? But I've burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time.
Hanging lanterns, kick the darkness.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Come on. Run like the wind.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to... Keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
God! What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you! Roskilde! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Did the Royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen?